You don't by any chance own a pussy, do you? No, well, no. Some people get embarrassed, you know, by that nose-crotch behavior. The dog owner will often fall all over himself trying to save face. Stop that, Bongo. Stop it. I'm awfully sorry, Marzell. He's usually so polite. You must have not bathed. Not me, folks. I never apologize. I'm a fun-loving guy. I say, get in there, Bongo. Get yourself some of that. Sniff it out. Listen, Marzell, would you mind spreading your legs a little bit so he can get some sniffing room? Plant your feet about 3 feet apart, would you? That's it. Good. Air that thing out. Okay. So how's everything going down at the church? Good. All right, Bongo, now go around the back and sniff that other thing. Sorry, Marzell, there's 2 smells he likes, and one of 'em's in the back. What's that? You gotta go? Well, I'm awfully sorry. Listen, before you go, you wouldn't be willing to let Bongo have about 30 seconds on your leg, would you? Nah, I didn't think so. Okay, no problem. You take care and tell the Reverend Bongo says hello. Those dogs are really great. They help break the ice when a new neighbor comes to call. Hi, we're the Belchingtons. Ooh, what's his name? Ball Sniffer. He's a crotch hound. Let me know if you want to get circumcised. He's on duty around the clock. We have so many ways of saying hello. Howdy, hi there, how are you, how you doing, how's it going, how do you do, what's new, what's going on, what do you think, what do you hear, what do you say, what do you feel, what's happening, what's shaking, que pasa, what's going down, and what it is. You know my favorite? How's your hammer hanging? That's a good one, isn't it? Doesn't work too well with women, though. Unless you're talking to a lady carpenter. Then it's perfectly acceptable. I've always wanted to use that one on a high church official. Good evening, Your Holiness. How hangs thy hammer? So far, I haven't had that opportunity. There's one form of saying hello that bothers me. It's when a guy says to you, "Are they keeping you busy?" It's like he thinks someone has the right to come around and give me odd jobs. Whenever a guy says to me, "Are they keeping you busy?" I always tell him, "Well, your wife is keeping me pretty busy." And that seems to hold him for about a half an hour. Of course, we also have a lot of ways to say goodbye. Bye-bye, so long, see you later, ta-ta, be cool, take it easy, stay loose, hang in, take care, keep on trucking. You know my favorite? Don't get run over. Well, I find some people need practical advice. Occasionally someone will say to me, "Have a good one." I just laugh and say, "I already have a good one. Now I'm looking for a longer one." And that seems to hold them for about a half an hour. Then there are all the foreign ways we say goodbye. Some people, when they leave you, they think they have to get fancy. You know, they'll whip an arrivederci on you, or an au revoir. Some guys say adios, or the American version, "Adios, motherfucker." In Hawaii, they say aloha. That's a nice one. Means both hello and goodbye, which just goes to show, if you spend enough time in the sun, you don't know whether you're coming or going. Did you ever get in a rut with your manner of saying goodbye? And you find yourself using the same phrase over and over, and you begin to feel a little stupid. For instance, like if you're leaving a party, and you have to say goodbye to 5 or 6 people standing in a group, and you say, "Okay, hey, take it easy, okay, 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 hey, take it easy," and you feel like a goddamn moron. You know what I do? Every month, whether I need to or not, I change the way I say goodbye. I start using a different phrase. People like that. They notice that little extra effort. They'll say to me, "Pardon me, but didn't you used to say, 'Okay, hey, take it easy'?" And I say, "Yes, I did, but not any more. Now I say, 'Farewell. Farewell till we meet again. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house.'" That's a strong one, isn't it? Yeah. People will remember you if you talk like that. Sometimes, for a joke, you can combine several ways of saying goodbye that don't seem to go together. Like, "Toodaloo, go with God, and don't take any wooden nickels." Then people don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Or you can choose to say goodbye in a realistic manner. "So long, Steve. Don't let self-doubt interfere with your plans to improve your life." Well, some people need practical advice. In the midst of all my bitching, you might have noticed that I never complain about politicians. I leave that to other people. There's no shortage of volunteers. Everyone complains about politicians. Everyone says they suck. But where do people think these politicians come from? They don't fall out of the sky. They don't pass through a membrane from a separate reality. They come from American homes, American families, American schools, American churches, and American businesses, and they're elected by American voters. This is what our system produces, folks. This is the best we can do. Let's face it, we have very little to work with in this country. Garbage in, garbage out. Ignorant citizens elect ignorant leaders. It's as simple as that. And term limits don't help. All you do is get a brand new bunch of ignorant leaders. So maybe it's not the politicians who suck. Maybe it's something else. Like the public. That would be a nice realistic campaign slogan for somebody, wouldn't it? The public sucks. Elect me. Put the blame where it belongs. On the people. Because if everything is really the fault of politicians, then where are all the bright, honest, intelligent Americans who are ready to step in and replace them? Where are these people hiding? The truth is, we don't have people like that. Everyone's at the mall, scratching his balls and buying sneakers with lights in them, and complaining about the politicians. For myself, I've solved this political dilemma in a very direct way. On Election Day, I stay home. 2 reasons. First of all, voting is meaningless. This country was bought and paid for a long time ago. That empty shit they shuffle around and repackage every 4 years doesn't mean a thing. Second, I don't vote because I firmly believe that if you vote, you have no right to complain. I know some people like to twist that around. They say, if you don't vote, you have no right to complain. But where's the logic in that? Think it through. If you vote, and you elect dishonest, incompetent politicians, and they screw things up, then you're responsible for what they've done. You voted them in. You caused the problem. You have no right to complain. I, on the other hand, who did not vote, who in fact did not even leave the house on Election Day, am in no way responsible for what these politicians have done and have every right to complain about the mess you created, which I had nothing to do with. Why can't people see that? Now, I realized recently you folks had another one of those really swell presidential elections that you treasure so much. That was nice. I'm sure you had a good time, and I'm sure that everyone's life has now improved. But I'm happy to tell you that on Election Day, I stayed home. And I did essentially what you did. The only difference is when I got finished masturbating, I had something to show for it. Why was brown excluded from the rainbow? And where did indigo come from? I was taught there were 3 primary colors and 3 secondary colors. What's with this indigo shit? After the hurricane is gone, where do people put all that plywood? Standing ovations have become far too commonplace. What we need are ovations where the audience members all punch and kick one another. Watching television these days, I often wonder what happened to the vertical hold knob. I miss that. Don't you hate it when a rock band comes on stage and apparently the drummer has decided that somehow it's cool to wear a funny hat? There's a store near my house with a sign that says, Unfinished Furniture. I gotta go in there, 'cause I'm looking for a nice 3-legged table. If you live long enough, sooner or later, everyone you know has cancer. I was dancing with a woman the other night. She told me she had a yeast infection. I said, well, bake me a fucking loaf of bread. A couple of corn muffins, jelly donut, I don't give a shit. I'm in the market for quality baked goods. Why don't these people who live in hurricane-prone areas just keep some batteries on hand at home? Seems like a simple thing to me. I'm always relieved when someone is delivering a eulogy and I realize I'm listening to it. Why don't network TV shows have a warning that says, caution, you are about to watch a real piece of shit? Actually, they could just leave it on the screen all the time. All music is the blues. All of it. Electricity is nothing more than organized lightning. When you rub your eyes real hard, do you see sort of a checkerboard pattern? What is that? Coming soon to a theater near you. Actually, there is no theater near you. Look around your street. Is there a theater near you? Attention, certain women. Transporting children is not a license to drive slowly. I saw a sign that said, "Coming soon, a 24-hour restaurant." And I thought, well, that's unusual. Why would they open and close it so quickly? At least try it for a week or two and see if you can build a clientele. Why is it when the two main characters in an action movie have their big climactic fight, it always turns out that both of them are really good fighters? Just once, wouldn't you like to see a fight between two leading male characters where one of them gets the shit completely beat out of him in about 8 seconds? Especially the hero.